What's up guys, welcome back to another Christmas content advent calendar video. Thanks once again for joining me at this festive time of year. Today, we're going to talk about a really quick and easy way to set up a product photography setup that really only involves you, your camera, and a window. This is a great thing to do if the weather is bad, you don't want to go out and take photos, but you also don't want to set up a whole light setup and all that kind of stuff. But you can get as creative as you like with this, or as kind of basic as you like. So the essential setup is this. You want to have a window that you can have behind you that's going to act as your kind of main light source. Window light tends to be nice and diffused as well, so that's really, really handy. And then you want to have some kind of surface that you can put your product onto. So in this case, I'm using my dark dining room table. Now it works really well if you have a dark surface, and in an ideal world, the background to your shot wants to be reasonably dark as well. That's going to help your product stand out. It's going to help you be kind of more creative with the kinds of things that you can do. So in my situation, I've got a nice dark table, and then the background behind, I've just got literally my painted walls, which are like a dark gray. It's kind of a dark room. And it works really well for a product setup. And all you're going to do is pop your product, in this case, it was a Canon mug, onto that table. You might pop some bits around it to try and kind of style things out. And you're going to go ahead and face that so that the window is shining straight onto those. That gives you a nice bit of lighting on your products, and you can go and set that up. Now that by itself is going to give you a nice product photography setup. And if you want to take photos that are kind of nothing super crazy, but some nice kind of photos of different things, that's going to be enough. But you can then add to it. You can add lighting. You can add Christmas lights, for example. So if you have some fairy lights, you could pop them behind, create some lovely bokeh. You could pop them in front as well, shoot through them. You can start styling around your product. So in my case, I popped a laptop there, popped a camera there, a few different bits, just to kind of fill out the space and kind of create a vibe around this product. Now, of course, you could change up the surface that something is lying on. So I've got some flat lay surfaces that I have that I just put down so they look like wood or marble or stuff like that. And you can also do the same with a background. Now, I've used just pieces of card in the past. That can be a really good way of getting a dark background if you have white walls or something like that. A big old black piece of card, which cost me £1 from an arts and crafts store, that I just prop up against things like bottles or something like that, something you can lean against in the background. That creates a dark background, and all of a sudden I can start taking shots like this by using colored lights that I have. So Christmas lights, I use my Philips Hue lights, just pointed at my subjects. And in this situation where it's a bit of smoke, I just lit a piece of paper, not maybe the most responsible thing to do, and I'm not saying that you should do this, but I lit a piece of paper on fire, waved it around a little bit, got a bit of smoke, snap, take the photo, done. And I just brought that out a bit in post by doing a bit of dehazing, but kind of in the opposite direction around the smoke to kind of make that feel a little bit more foggy. Now, if you do want to add a light into it, I just use one directional video light. So they're quite cheap, they're diffused, they're just one big old softbox, and I tend to have it about a 45-degree angle off to one side as well, shining down onto my subject. That gives it a nice kind of dramatic lighting, nice contrasty shadows, stuff like that, and it can look really, really good. And then when you come into editing, you can just play around a little bit of the colors, a little bit of the white balance, just to get a nice warm or a cooler feeling depending on the kind of thing that you're actually photographing. You can also then add in a little bit of light left and right with Photoshop and color that red or blue or orange or whatever makes sense for you, and really start to build these up. So it can go from as basic as you like to kind of as extreme and interesting and different as you like. Now, if you'd like a full tutorial on this kind of stuff, I've actually got a full tutorial on this channel. I'll pop a link down in the comments or the description down below so you can go check that out on how I did this Coca-Cola shot. But if you'd like another full tutorial on some of these other photos that I've been doing, let me know down in the comments, because that would be a fun video to shoot. I'd be up for it. I'd be into it. So let me know if you'd like to see it down in the comments, because I think that'd be quite cool. Of course, in the meantime, though, there's a full list of all the kit used for these photos, for this video, for everything else down in the description, so you can check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because there's new videos every single day. Of course, until tomorrow, when I see you again, all that's left for me to say is, as always, thanks for watching.